Hi and welcome to the Dynamic Wall 2.0 video tutorial. This tutorial is broken down into a series of shorter videos, the first of which is an introduction to accessing Dynamic Wall 2.0 and creating a new account for those of you who have not already created an account. Subsequent video clips will cover creating projects and walls, managing these projects and walls, how the student can access these walls you've created, and using and interacting with the walls. So first, let's start by opening up a web browser, in my case Firefox, and in the URL bar we will go to http://dynamicwall.ece.main.edu. Once you're at the site, you notice on the left hand side there's a user login pane, and on the right hand side there's a welcome screen. It gives a brief introduction for the teachers and student access area. We will discuss these in subsequent videos. So first, we'll come down to the user login pane and click on create a new account. The first field you see under creating a new account is a username. What I usually do is first initial, last name. And we will have an email address, and then a password for your account. And the password is required to be at least 6 alphanumerical characters. And it requires at least 1 alpha and 1 numeric character in your password. So I'll create a password, I'll verify the password, and then we come down to the personal information. Now, this personal information is not shared with any other people. The only information that is shared is the grade and subject, and we will discuss a little bit later on where that's shared. It's mostly for searching and for other teachers to reference from. So first, fill in your first name. Middle initial is optional, followed by last name, and then your grade level. If you teach multiple grades, feel free to choose the grade which you teach the most of, or you'll be using Dynamic Wall for. In this case, I'm going to put other. The grade and the subject will both be used later on as default, so it just makes your life a little bit easier if you're going to choose the one that you use most often. Subject, engineering. Website. If you have a website, feel free to add it here. It's not currently used for anything, but in the future we may allow people to link to each other's websites, so this is a nice thing to have in. And then a contact phone number. Again, this is also private, not shared with anybody else. Alright, now we'll come down to the school information section. Under the school information section, we will type in the school name. And as you see, as I start to type University of Maine, that pops in because another user has already, from the University of Maine, has already created an account. So this makes it a little bit easier to have a standard naming. You don't have to type in all the information again. And there is no district for the University of Maine. And the street address is 101 Barrows Hall, followed by the city, the state, and the zip code. Now if I scroll down to the bottom, we're ready to create an account. And as long as everything went successfully without any errors, email errors, and there we go, it was successful. So once we create an account, it automatically logs us in. If there was any errors, it would show you at the top of the page, and you may have to fix those errors. So now that we've actually logged in, you can see on this left hand side we have a control panel which we can get access to wall management, which will be the next subject that we'll be discussing, searching for projects, and any account information. You can modify some of the data that you've already entered about your account, and you can also create pages. So first I'll log out to show you how to log in. When you normally come to the web page after you've created an account, you need to log in. So you usually see this like we saw at the beginning of the tutorial, and here's where I'll put in my username and the password I created, and then I can log in. And that's all there is to creating a new account and logging in. In the next video we will talk about creating projects and walls, and I'll see you there.